Hi, we'd like to welcome you to Cooking with Ross. I'm Allison Ellis. This is Ross Smith, Executive Chef at the Whistler Conference Center. And nice little treat of delicacies for us today coming through, Ross?
Yes, actually something a little different, Allison. We're doing, first of all, the first segment, we'll do puff pastry, cheese, and onion roll, which could be served as an appetizer, but it's something could also go with the main course. Something instead of bread rolls or something, replaces it.
Okay.
Then we're going to do fresh baby coho salmon. The method that we're preparing it is pan-fried with tomato vegetable chutney. And
He has to call it chutney because I couldn't pronounce the word he originally called it.
That
so
was concassé,
we've
yes.
brought it over to chutney. It's easier for us to remember.
This recipe actually could be used for the local fresh small trout that you can catch in the local lakes too. So it's
Perfect.
Good
A little
recipe
more
for that.
versatile that way.
Definitely,
that's good.
as versatile as I always am.
Well, we'll see how we survive after the long weekend. Busy, hectic schedule, I'm sure, for everybody. I noticed that we've both had our hair cut over the span of the weekend.
Yes, how do you like this? And actually, this is the first time our director, Jim Monahan, has allowed me not to wear my hat.
Because we had to show off this $28 haircut.
$28 haircut. Welcome to West Vancouver. My God.
I know. Well, that's okay. It shows your gray much more nicely now.
Thank you, Allison.
I know. Well, listen, after being at my grandmother's 90th birthday party,
Isn't that something, eh?
you can't knock a few grays here or there along
Why, you
the
think
way,
I should be relating to somebody 90 years old?
No, not at all. But anyway, shall we carry on now?
I think we should get to work.
Ready to mosey down? Okay.
Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are. Allison, this is for you. This is the husband pacifier, your weapon.
This is one of the largest rolling pins I've seen, I must admit to that.
Okay, now,
heavens.
what we have here is a piece of puff pastry sheet, which we've mentioned before you can buy in the grocery stores.
Okay.
I'm just going to flatten it out a little more than it already is.
How come whenever I do it, it always sticks to the...
A little,
with flour.
a little bit of flour, yes,
Okay,
that'll
done
do
that
it.
already. Okay.
Okay, now, this is a very, very simple thing to prepare, and it's quite, oh my God, you're going to make me put my hat on.
Yes, we're going to have to cover up that beautiful coif of yours.
28, that's upside down, Elsa.
Oh, is it upside down?
Here, I'll do this. This is a very technical feat. Okay, there goes my $28 haircut. Why, thank you very much.
See the other
That's
side?
not gray, that's probably flour in there now. Okay.
You look marvelous.
Thank you very much, dear. Actually, what I'm doing here is I'm just putting some egg wash, a little bit of milk and egg in there.
The whole egg, not just the yolk or the white? Or...
Yeah, the whole egg, yeah. We like to use everything. Just as nobody in their right mind would leave a half-full glass of beer on the bar at Hawes's or something, we don't leave any part of the egg, of course. In these times, one must be frugal.
Exactly.
Okay, now...
Waste not, want not is still a saying around here.
Allison, I hear you've joined the fire department.
Yes, I have, actually.
That's
I'm pleased
great.
to say so. Now everybody can feel safe around this
Isn't that great?
cooking.
Isn't it amazing what some women will do just to be around a lot of men? Crazy.
Well, that's not the
Could
only
have joined a
reason.
football team. I mean, like, gee.
Well, Ross, I've had to be working out pretty diligently for a part of this, so you may want to watch what you say around me now.
Atta girl, yeah.
You may not want to mess with me
No,
anymore.
not at all, Allison. Even with my knives. What I've done here is I've got some finely chopped green onions, and of course, grated cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And we're just sort of going to cover this.
Plaster it through. Yet again, those accurate measurements of yours are coming into full force here.
Aha! Aren't they? It's that famous Ross pinch. Which Allison has yet to feel.
I always stay at arm's length.
A little bit of ground basil.
Okay.
A little bit of pepper.
Du poivre.
A little bit of salt.
A little salt.
Okay.
Use that in.
Now, a little bit of sesame oil.
I do like sesame oil.
This is more for the essence, the aroma than anything else.
Oh, not the flavor. So what temperature do we have the oven at this stage?
The oven is at 325 degrees.
325, okay. just to be sure.
Now we're just rolling this up.
Oh, so rolling that pretty tightly.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. See? Nowadays, with the price of cigarettes, you might want to roll your own. This is good practice for it.
Just for rolling. Okay.
I mean, that looks like something out the Cheech and Chong movies, doesn't it? That's one fine size hooter.
That's a good size one.
Yeah. Okay.
You were in Mount Curry this weekend for the party, weren't you?
Be careful. People watch this show, believe it or not. Here we go. Now you're just going to slice these. I'll just take the end piece off.
Mm-hmm.
Slice them about an inch. That's an accurate measurement, too. You notice that that's not a Ross pinch or anything like this.
No, you do have your inches measured out quite well, Ross.
Thank you, Allison. I just don't know.
I know, you just never know. You never know with me. It's so true.
Now we're just going to turn these over.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they look nice?
Oh, it looks wonderful.
We're just going to do that.
Just
See?
flattening them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to...
Fun job for your 3-year-olds.
Isn't it wonderful? It's just
out with this recipe.
Patty cake, yes. Believe it or not, I'm a mature person.
I don't think we believe that.
Hard time convincing a lot of people.
Exactly.
Now, what we're going to do with these is with the egg wash again.
Oh, okay.
Just going to cover the top.
Gotcha.
This will brown them, give them a little color.
Mm-hmm. All right. And this is parchment paper that you're going to put it on top of?
Yes. If you're at home, I would butter the pan and cook it in the pan. Here, parchment paper, it's just a little easier for us.
Easier to work with? Okay.
And they'll take about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Again, as I said, at about 325 degrees. Leave a little room in between them because they are going to rise, of course, as puff pastry. They will expand. Okay. I've made these fairly large. You could make them smaller, just don't roll it as much. Use a smaller sheet of puff pastry.
Okay. So these we're going to use as part of the main course.
We'll be serving them with the dinner, yes.
Okay. Not necessarily as an appetizer.
No, you could make them as actually for a cocktail party and do a small roll and serve them as a savory type thing. It's excellent. Very simple.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Great. I'm looking forward to those.
Oh, thank you very much.
I didn't have breakfast today, so this will be lucky.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a little break. We'll get these in the oven. We're going to come back and do
work with the salmon.
The salmon, the nice little baby coho salmons. Beautiful baby cohos. Great. So I would say let's get these in the oven, which we have already preheated.
Okay.
And we'll be back and we'll see
in a few minutes.
I've always wanted to do that, just like Johnny Carson.
We'll be back.
There you go. Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, stay with us and we'll be back shortly. Cooking with Ross on Cable 6.
Okay, coming at you here in 5, 4.
We'd like to welcome you back to Cooking with Ross. And joining us today are Sarah Booth and Sheila McLean. And both of them are here from the Conference Center. And Sheila works with the Business for Center in the Arts. Is that how you say it? I always get it confused. But anyway, pleased to have you guys joining us today.
Allison. Very.
I am blonde, remember that.
And natural.
Yeah. Anyway, we're happy to have them joining us today. What we've done so far is we've had a cheese and onion puff pastry that's
Yes.
been in the oven baking, and now we're going to carry on with a baby coho salmon
Yes.
with a tomato concasse. Is that what it was?
Yes, well, we
Chutney.
can call it a
Chutney.
tomato vegetable chutney, just for simplicity's sake.
Exactly.
Okay, gee, where was I? Just did a little astro traveling there. I forgot where I was.
Good start, good start.
The misspent youth is catching up with me. Okay, we've got a couple of pans going here. Olive oil in the large pan. What we're going to do is just lightly crisp bread the fish, because it's so, I've boned it. I'll show you this. I've taken the bones out, and we're just going to fry it very quickly. And this can be done, actually. We're cooking this whole course in the matter of this segment, so it's 10 minutes
Quick
if we...
hit. 10,
If I can
possibly
stop
11
talking
minutes.
and get on working, yes, as accurate as we are. Now we're going to make the sauce in the other pan, and we'll serve it with a little bit of rice on a platter. Very quick, easy. And as I said, this dish can be done with the local fresh trout that you get that are quite small. When you see these salmon, they're pretty small. They're little baby cohos. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I've got the oil going in the saucepan. We're just going to cut up some red onion.
Thinly sliced, I
Not too bad. We want this to be a fairly chunky sauce, right? And you can see I've peeled the tomatoes this time, Allison, which you tried to catch me last
I gave
time.
you a hard time about that in the last segment.
Gee, Ross, they don't look like they're peeled. Gee,
Well,
Allison.
they weren't.
I just pretend, you know?
Well, we can't
So
make TV that magical.
No,
We
no,
push
this
it
is-
as it is, but...
We certainly do. Okay, I've got this tomato now. We'll just cut
Chop it
that up.
Actually, the tomatoes are starting to get a lot nicer now, too, aren't
They are, and more reasonable price. You don't have to give your firstborn male child for a tomato now. It's
For a tomato,
they were getting quite expensive in the winter. Okay, nice big chunk of garlic.
That is a large chunk.
It is. Thank you very much. And
So this you're just chopping, you're not mincing it?
no,
Okay.
you don't want it too fine.
Now, was it the last time that we discussed garlic, was that when you do actually put it through a press and so on, that the flavor comes through stronger
Totally
than if you
different.
leave it in?
Oh yes, yes.
I'll get it figured out and straightened out sooner or later.
Isn't I've been trying to
Maybe
figure
by
it
the-
out for 28 years, dear. It
Only
just-
28 years, Ross?
Yes, yes.
You get- Oh, 28 years of cooking, you
Of
mean?
cooking, yes. I started when I was 2.
Fair enough. I'm not going to dispute
Yeah.
you on that one because I certainly wasn't there yet.
Oh. And we're going to do some celery here. Again, not too small. Some nice chunks
You certainly
there.
have a better set of knives than I do. That's
Why, thank you very much. That's the whole trick of the trade, of course. The talent is all in the tools.
on the tools.
Of course.
Somebody laughed at me. I actually have a mushroom brush.
Laughed at you? Who? Let me at him. Gee, Allison, who laughed at you?
Well, no, I have this
I
little
just-
brush that has little tufts on the end of it and actually looks like a mushroom, but I use it, that's what I use to clean my mushrooms rather than rinsing them off. And somebody actually laughed at me because of that.
You bought a mushroom brush to clean mushrooms.
Yes.
Wow, that's got to stand right next.
Actually, this one I inherited from my mother, but still,
In the
nonetheless.
annals of wonderful purchases, that's got to be right next to the pet rock.
Yeah, right up in there, I guess.
Okay, watch yourself here. Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to back away. So this, we're just
sound
going to
of
fry up
cooking,
this
yes.
mixture, is that it?
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay.
Wonderful. There. Onions,
Onion.
colorful.
That is a strong smelling onion. It looks good.
Small red onions, yeah. They're, okay.
You know, I
Isn't that
get
wonderful?
tremendous enjoyment out of watching you work, Ross. It's great just to be able to stand back and watch.
I'm not quite sure how to take that.
It's a compliment. It really is.
Okay, what we have here is I'm just going to use a little pinch fresh rosemary.
Okay. Do you want me to be tossing this around at all?
Actually, yes, but try and keep it off the floor. That might be a little warm there, dear.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to use a little bit of minced green onion in there also.
Okay. Left over from the puff pastries,
of
wasn't
course.
it? As we said, waste not, want not.
We use everything. Tomatoes. I
Great.
have the rosemary in there.
Yeah, you did put a little bit in.
A good-sized Ross pinch, black pepper, and a little Allison pinch. There we go. One Allison, one Ross. Are you getting this down?
I've got it. Well, as I say, sooner or later, the show is going to be called Cooking with Allison and Ross.
Oh. In the distant
I know you
future,
don't
again.
like that idea one bit, do you?
Well, actually, I don't mind sharing billing at all, Allison. I'll send you a bill.
You send me the bill.
Here we go. Okay, now that's going nice, and we're just going to put the tomatoes in.
Okay.
Simmer away.
Simmer, simmer.
Gee, you almost shook that around like a pro, Allison.
I tell you, it just comes from watching you all the time, Ross.
Don't scratch the pan. It's worth a lot of money.
Our pans, I forgot I've been warned about these pans.
There we go.
Don't mess with Ross's pans.
A stirring utensil.
Thank you.
Okay, now here we come, fresh out of the water. These cute little babies.
Aww.
Fresh baby coho. Oh, gee, yeah. And after what you said about the rabbit.
I know. That's okay. Well, there was a little puppy outside earlier that we stayed away from.
This is getting bad. As you can see, what we've done here is I've deboned them. So it's going to be easier to eat.
Oh.
You can use these for stuffing now. And actually you could...
That looks fabulous.
Yeah, and they could be freshwater trout that we get in our local area, actually.
Okay.
What I'm going to do here, just for... You can keep the head on the fish, of course. I think it looks good when you do that. Some people might not like it. Just for the easiness of doing it in the size pan I've got here, I think I'm going to take the heads off.
All right, okay.
There we go, simple.
I think our diners may prefer that anyway. I don't know
Some
about
people
you
don't like their
girls,
food
but-
looking back at them. Some people it bothers, what? I mean, gee. Here we go. Carnivores that we are. Okay, now I've got some flour. I'm just going to use a seasoned salt, a little bit of paprika, salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little more pepper to it.
A bit more, so we're just going to toss that around.
And we're going to bind with the sauce here, so again, I'm going to use some thyme. And parsley.
Dried parsley.
There we go. There we go. Well, it wasn't dry when I cut it.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, okay.
It took us that long to get the show started. Now what I'm going to do here is just squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon on the fish.
Okay.
Isn't it wonderful a mess I can make here and that? It's just...
Well, it's great when you have somebody else that cleans up after.
Oh, yeah. Who? We call them employees.
That's right.
Here we go. Okay, now, because this fish is so thin, I'm not going to butterfly it out and bread the inside.
Oh, okay.
I want to keep the moisture in it, so what I'm just going to do is do the outside.
So it'll stay together, you don't have to do anything
and it
to
won't
hold
take
it.
long to cook
No?
because
Okay.
it's so thin. You can see the meat is very, very thin in it.
It is very thin. I know, you would never lie to us, Ross. So.
No, I'd never get caught. Here we go. Now
So does this look okay now?
that's looking well. Gee, you're going to turn into a chef in no time.
I
starting-
did
I'm
take
starting to
some
worry
classes.
about my job.
So you should. No, I'm just kidding.
Other people have told me I should worry about my job. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, you did give me a compliment on my cooking once, as I recall. So
I certainly did, Allison. It was excellent. Swordfish or something you cooked for me?
yes, that was
Isn't that wonderful?
swordfish.
What a memory, eh? For an old guy.
It was only last week.
I've got some olive oil going in here.
Hot enough?
It's coming.
Okay.
Coming very good. So this only requires a few minutes on each side, of course. Sauce we just turned down totally
Turn
to
it off.
simmer.
Do you want me to take it off the burner, or is it okay?
Actually, that's probably just about right.
Just about right?
We can get rid of this.
Oh, here, I thought you were going to walk away and leave me here alone
No,
again.
I would never do that again, Allison. There you go. Now you got your Cooking with Allison show. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, there was the test, was it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, next time we'll do that.
All right. Maybe we will just turn that off.
Turn it off.
This I'm going to prepare, and we're going to serve it up a platter. It can be served on a plate.
Just for effect, we'll do
Yes,
it.
yes, I think it'll look good. Now what we're going to do while we're just waiting for that fish, remember these.
Oh, these turned out so beautifully. They're really
Don't they
good.
look wonderful? See, that's the rolls, the savory rolls, or the puff pastry, cheese and onion rolls that can be served as an appetizer. They could be served as savories and that in cocktail party. We're serving them with the dinner, okay? Now we're just going to turn Mr. Fish here. So I guess nowadays I have to say Mr. and Mrs. Fish.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yes, yes.
Or we could just say fish.
Well, I take it a little more personal than that. I like to give it a title or something.
Just turn those babies.
Yeah, turn those little puppies.
Those
There you
babies,
go.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you want me to take these over to
a
the
couple
girls?
more. Actually, you can take those over to the girls right now.
Okay. Seeing as they've been so patient.
And I've just got some plain steamed rice with a little bit of wild rice mix in it. Gonna serve that.
Steaming away.
Isn't that nice? Look at that, nice steaming.
Looks great.
And what other goodies have we here? Oh yes.
What is it? A little broccoli.
Again, a little bit of steamed broccoli, just a little bit of vegetable.
Get our veggies in.
We have to have
Get
our veggies,
Beta
of course.
carotene, is it?
My goodness, that's excellent.
I've been watching the commercials. They
Have
tell me
you
that I
ever?
should get my beta
There you
carotene.
go.
So here we go. All
Oh,
right.
that fish smells so nice.
It does. It has cooked up very quickly. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Now, the good thing about this, you can just see on the inside
How pink it is.
when the meat is cooked. And also with fish, the biggest mistake people make, of course, is they cook it too much. Okay?
You want it to stay tender.
Yeah. I'm just going to turn these one more time.
To the point where it'd fall off the bones if you had any bones for them to fall off.
Well, I've already taken the bones out, of course.
right.
Now, Mr. Fish, ready?
And we're just going to spoon this on top of it, are we?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you guys are hungry over there. Oops, caught Sarah with a mouthful. Sorry.
There we go. Okay. And the sauce. Well, thank you
hot,
very
hot?
much.
Was that
a,
hot,
a little
Ross?
heavy, a little
A
heavy.
little
Yes.
heavy and
yes,
hot,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Excuse me, the next segment will be delayed for 20 minutes while I go to the clinic. Burning and singeing with Ross. Here we go.
Oh, dear. Well, it's a good thing we know we'll be safe if we have any fire catastrophes anyway.
Well, because Allison's here. Somehow I don't feel any safer at all. Okay, let's take this up.
Ross,
I'll give that to you, my dear,
Isn't that
wonderful
beautiful?
assistant.
Look at that.
Yes.
Can you get a good shot of that? Great.
And we'll be back after this segment. We'll let the girls start enjoying the luncheon, and we'll be back with dessert.
Yeah, so please stay tuned, and we'll be right back cooking with Ross on Cable 6. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody back, Cooking with Ross. We're going to finish up now. This is Ross, in case you wondered.
Hi. I'm the idiot that stands here every week and does this show.
It sweats. But anyway.
Hey. And what?
Sweats.
Horses sweat.
We just have to touch
Horses
the brow.
sweat, people perspire,
Oh, you're
women glow.
Women do glow.
There
Okay.
you go.
So what we're at now is doing the dessert side of our presentation today. And we're doing a banana foster. Is that?
Yes.
So it's essentially a flambéed banana.
Yes.
Right now you're melting down exactly
Well,
How much
4 to
sugar?
5 ounces of sugar.
4 or 5 ounces of sugar.
You should use equal amounts of sugar and butter when we're doing caramel sauces, and basically that's what this is. Huh?
So caramelized sauce
And
for
you
bananas.
can't leave this. You've got to stay right over it while you're doing a caramel sauce. It can burn. What we're actually going to do is, you'll see, is we're going to melt it and caramelize it, or brown the sugar.
Okay.
Get the color we want. We put the butter in, forms a caramel, and then we'll use a fluid or a juice to stop the browning procedure, to stop the caramel. Then we put in the bananas and flambe them.
Pretty
Sounds so simple,
straightforward.
doesn't it? Yeah,
Let's see how fast we can do this.
Yes. Stirring quickly, stirring quickly. Here we go.
Yes, the magic of TV is the time limitations as well.
Be
so-
very careful when you're working with molten sugar. It's very, very hot, and if it gets on your skin, it could make
Nasty burn?
quite a nasty bobo, yes.
A bobo?
A bobo.
Nice word.
Now,
nice word.
equal amounts, I don't know. I think maybe I've been dating young children. I have no idea.
Well, I hope
I think
not.
it's just back from my past.
Okay, from your youth.
Now you
I
can
see
see
how
the
that's
butter.
browning. Okay.
See that? Now at this stage we have a caramel. Now you've got to be very careful how you add your fluid to it.
Okay. Should I stand back?
Otherwise it'll turn to toffee when you add the cold to the hot, right? So you add
No, we don't want
slowly.
toffee.
No, we don't want a great big toffee thing hanging off the spoon. Now, because it's bananas, I'm using a little bit of coffee here.
Ah.
The bitterness, yeah, just stand back a little bit. It gets a little spitty.
You may want to wear an apron when you try this one.
There we go. Isn't that wonderful?
Ah,
Now, fresh orange
a
juice.
bit of orange juice. Squeeze that in.
Ah, the juice of one orange. Look at that. Again, it's very hot,
Keep it moving.
very dangerous. Be careful with it. Don't get it on you.
No. Oh, it smells wonderful too. I know, that sounds great.
Very simple, very, very simple. Much like
What
myself. Now we've got some bananas
Simple but
here.
elegant, right?
Bananas. And I've got them cut in half lengthwise. And we're just going to
drop
put
them in?
them right in there, yes.
Drop them right in.
And because we have a few
Extra
guests here today.
But we did lose our diner, one of our diners today, though. Sarah had to go back to work, so.
Yes, well, there you go. Actually, we're working, aren't we? I mean, like,
Absolutely.
This isn't.
Exactly.
I mean,
we
this is work. Of course, we have no fun doing this at all.
None whatsoever.
You can see
The
that
pay's
sauce
great,
is
too.
being, yeah, boy, it's wonderful. The good thing about it is we don't have to pay taxes on it.
That's why there's no GST.
Yes.
No GST today.
Now.
Say, here we go. This is my favorite
I have
part.
a Grand Marnier look-alike here. You can use real Grand Marnier if you want, or an orange liqueur.
Where's my turnout gear?
Wonderful. Look at that.
Oh, that's
Flaming
fabulous.
with Ross. Here we go.
Yikes, maybe I don't want to be a fireman anymore.
Nice. That's the only reason I'm doing this. This is in honor of Allison now becoming a member of our local fire department.
Lucky
And,
me.
wow, I mean,
After that. Oh, it's terrific, though.
and you didn't even notice the extinguisher down here, and you didn't put
I
that
did
out
notice
at
it was
all.
there, but
Okay.
I know.
Now what we're going to do, this can be served
Smoldering,
on
yeah.
whipped cream or on ice cream, and we're serving it on whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Just a nice little scoop of whipped cream,
Fantastic.
and it sort of just cuts the sweetness and the richness of the sauce.
Okay.
Now, Ha!
That smells fantastic.
And look at this.
It's going to be even more impressive in a minute.
Oh, see.
Oh,
And now what we do, we actually place that one on the counter beside the dishes just to check the texture of it. That was done on purpose. I know you think it was a bobo, but it wasn't.
there's that famous bobo
There's that
again.
word. This is a bobo type
What is a
day.
bobo?
Why does that bozo keep saying bobo?
Bobo.
And,
Oh, Ross.
actually,
that's
I've placed
great.
that one on the counter there for the staff. So
They get to eat that
yeah, yes.
and they can't wait.
Usually they get what falls on the floor, but okay. Now we're
Great.
just going to.
Let's see, we've got. We'll put the sauce on top.
Oh, of course,
Uh,
of course.
Of course, this would be terrific on ice cream too.
It would
Start
be
to
very nice on ice cream. Yes.
hot and cold.
The hot and cold situation. Yes, that's it. Well, there we go. Look at that
And our bobo.
poor little thing. We'll just leave the bobo there. And Allison, if you'd like to take these up, or should I come up with
Absolutely.
you?
Do you want to come up with me?
I'd love to,
Oh,
dear.
right. Well,
I
we'll
get
go
to walk
this
behind
way.
you. This is a wonderful feeling. Here we go. There we go.
Oh,
And
it's
of
gonna look
course,
great.
you sort of think that we lost one of our diners. Actually, Allison kicked her out, told her to leave
kicked
so
her
that
out.
she could sit down and eat her dessert.
I have that power these days, it seems. Well, that's great. Well, I think we've had a fabulous treat today with the salmon and the puff pastry, and now we'll get to find out just exactly how fabulous this dessert is.
Well, there you go.
So we'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Hope you learned a few things. I know I did. A little bit of fun. And hope you join us again real soon. Cooking with Ross. And thanks for joining us on Whistler Cable 6.
Huh? Try some now. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Wow.
Nice, yeah?
Of course, it's the Grand Marnier that makes it. Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course. Of course.
It was excellent.